and then kicks back in again. There's a bit of air in that system that's just going to drive me insane. Wow, that is just done for today. It got cold. It got really cold really quickly. I didn't film much. I probably should have filmed more, but I had a customer around me and I don't like filming with company, and it's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? But I've got a bitty beard. Just been underneath that vehicle, like underneath the T5. Oh, it's painful, that is. Anyway, yeah. Called it for today. Got the diesel heater fitted. Got it fitted into the main tank. Sorted out the back door on his van. And just went over what we're going to do with the rest of it. Because obviously I've got the 240 to put in, the 12 volt to put in, leisure batteries to fit, and a few little bits and bobs. And then I've got another T5 that's over the other side that needs some electrics looking at in the back, and I've got a motorhome that's over here that needs something. I don't know. Let's just say I'm the go-to mechanic in this area slash van building, especially around this company anyway. But yeah, called it for today. It is nearly 5 o'clock. Nearly 5 o'clock. And I don't want to work in the cold unless I have to. And it was quite warm earlier, and it's not so warm anymore. So, nah, I'm going to write that one off. But I'm going to have some food and actually chill out. I haven't had breakfast. I know, right? I don't have I always have breakfast. And in fact, the fact that I got up late and then I had to faff around with the van and the fan not faffing around and then exhausted. The handbrake sticking on, and then the fuel pump, the air in the fuel line still playing up. Oh, I think I've cured it, but I won't know until I go on a big drive again. If it randomly just goes bleh, 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 bleh. It's a great definition of it, isn't it? But yeah, I might throw some food in the Omnia. So, I've got the Omnia on the go anyway. I've got some potatoes, some baby potatoes, and I've got them in the air. My new craze is I tend to go between stuff. Although nuggets seem to have stuck. I'm sorry, nuggets are just life. Love my nuggets and chips. Do you know what I mean? But my new little phase. I bounce between things all the time. Something I'm like, it's nice. But my new one is mini potatoes, right? Mini potatoes. Get them till they're like crispy, and then throw them in a bowl, and a bit of cheese, and then loads of gravy. Oh, it's a nice meal on a cold day. You know what I mean? It's a nice meal on a cold day. I'm gonna have that. I'll go with it. Do you know what? I'm quite glad that I managed to get that diesel heater in today. I mean, with the faffing around and stuff this morning, I didn't get here at the time I wanted to get here, and with the van and bits and bobs and just faff, you know, when you're just like, oh, give me a break. You know, I'm still waiting for that break. But yeah, by the time I got here, I'm quite grateful that I managed to get drop the fuel tank on that van, get it back up again with the fuel line ran, get the diesel heater fitted into underneath the driver's seat's back in, everything's set up. I even tested the diesel heater with the leisure battery, and it fired up perfectly. Not being funny, some people will say, oh, my diesel heater's smoking from a fitting it. Sometimes you haven't got to prime it. I always highly recommend if I don't know, you're trying this yourself, just keep starting it. You know what I mean? I mean, I prime it because I get underneath and I watch the fuel come down the line before it hits the heater. And as it hits the heater, I turn it off. And then I turn it on. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. It's all good and well. You can fit them as much as you want, right? But I've got here, started working, what? 11? About 4:30, 4:45 I stopped because the sun was going down and it was freaking cold. But I thought I'd just leave it there for now. You know, I'll attack the rest of it because I've got 240 and a 12 volt to sort out tomorrow, and I've got another van and another van to sort out. But yeah, but for now we are having potatoes, little baby potatoes. And if you're wondering what that's on it, that's just salt and pepper. So it's like salt and pepper roast potatoes. Do you know what I mean? Love it. But I'm sat here now, right? I am sat here now with 97% battery life. 97% battery life. And I'm like, do you know what? I might just have a little game. Have a little gaming. Bit of gaming. Let's see how we get on. But if I don't catch you guys later on, I'll catch you in the morning when I start this job. Oh, so it is the next day. I stayed here last night, as you know. But I've got to carry on with that van. Don't know if you can see it out there somewhere. Yeah, I'm just having a morning coffee. Slept like a baby last night, as I always do. Slept like a baby. It's not really a good term, is it? Because not all babies sleep well. Slept like a log. Slept like a log. But I'm trying to get motivated. It's a bit of a cold, dreary, drippy, potentially going to be a wet day, so I want to try and miss as much of that rain as I can and get all the outside stuff done, because I need to cut a hole in the side of the van to put the 240 hookup in. Oh, it's going to be a long day, put it that way. I'll show you a bit more when I get into it. Just noticed I got really oily arm. Must have been from yesterday. Yeah, it's going to be one of them long, fiddly, crappy days, I think, by the looks of it. Don't know if I woke up a bit meh. But yeah, let's get this coffee down me, get ready, and then we'll get started on finishing this job. Oh, it's a bit of a wet, dreary day. Oh, I just give myself a kick up the arse. Can't be arsed of doing it. It's bad, isn't it? Sweep all the mud off the floor. I'd say I can't be arsed. Once I get flowing, I'll be alright. But at least the perk is today that I had all the heavy stuff out yesterday. So all the stuff like the jack and the big tools and stuff to get the tank down and get the diesel heater in and drills and this, that and the other. So at least it won't be as messy. It's just fiddly bait today. I'll show you what I mean. So, I know it looks like a complete mess at the moment. In fact, the bloke's still building it. You know, I'm going to try and fix that cupboard to the wall and do a few bits and bobs. But we've got a diesel heater in. The diesel heater is underneath the driver's seat. Nice and pucker, in the way down here. It's got the old school control. I've just got the wires running through at the minute because obviously I did all that first yesterday. Diesel heater is in. Tested it off that battery. It definitely works and works amazingly. If anything, works a bit smoother than some other ones that I've seen, which is quite impressive with that one. So that's a Vev4 kit. But today's challenge is all this schmuck down here. So we've got plugs, split charger, battery charger, 240. One is actually all pre-wired in the box actually, so it makes it a bit more simple and a bit more less faffy, if I'm honest. But I've got this bad boy to go in the door when in the side of the van. So I think first protocol for me is getting this hooked up, and then that's everything pretty much outside that it needs doing, and then I can carry on with everything on the inside, which is going to be, yeah, interesting. But I need to chop a hole in that wood down there, chop a hole, and then we can literally run this through the wall. Well, obviously from the outside inwards, and then bring the wires in. But I want to make sure I'm not hitting any beams in there. I know there's one halfway across, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to go a bit lower down the bottom. Bosh. And then leisure battery, 240 up on the wall. So everything's going to go in this cupboard pretty much. So yeah, you have leisure battery, 240 on the wall there, split charger somewhere around here. It'll either be up there on the corner or it'll be down here, not sure. We've got to work out how much cable we've got, because in short supply. Yeah, and then put control panel up there, and plug sockets and diesel heater controller and stuff like that. I mean, don't judge him by the cupboards yet. He's still working on it, right? But he's come a long way since he since I last saw this, because it was a cheap bargain bus that he bought, but he's slowly doing it up. So fair play to you, mate. If you're watching this, fair play, fair play. I think sometimes I forget that people do watch my YouTube channel, because when they start talking about things that you didn't realise you spoke about, and you're like, oh, and they're like, yeah, what's your channel? Oh, got you, cool. But we've got all sorts of bits and bobs in here. So yeah, let's try and make something work. So now I'd love to say that I'm rushing, but I'm not. I can't be arsed. But we've got 240 hookup point. Voila. Yeah, but I have one of them off days where you just, don't know, just feel a bit meh. Bit meh. I think my mental output's is falling a bit. Anyway, yeah, you know, pick yourself up and all that. Yeah, this is going to be the electrical cupboard. The 240's in there, look. Yes, I took a little square out the wall because I wanted a better earth. I prefer to bring the earth as close as I can to the unit I'm trying to earth, rather than rigging that all the way up to some other point down the van or on a B pillar or something like that, because somebody's done that before. Somebody, obviously this van has already had work done to it, but somebody ran the earth over the B pillar, down the B pillar, and then bolted it up, so it literally hangs out the top there. I don't understand. Help me understand. You know, I can't believe it, but you know, I'm looking at it. Fly script garage all the way. Yeah, I'm not showing you how to do this. I'm just showing you as I go along. You know what I mean? So we've got the 240 in the wall. That's always good. You know, it's always nerve-wracking cutting a hole in somebody else's van. I understand why people don't want to do it. You know, because it's even stressful for us. You know, that fit them. But yeah, I'm slowly getting there. I'm just trying to give myself a kick up the arse. Right, I'll catch up with you lot in a little while. Oh, what a long day. What a long day. Now, before I show you, right, I didn't do the woodwork in this van. I don't do woodwork. I do basic woodwork, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. He's still in the process of building it. I was just in the area, so we thought we'd get it done, right? So, obviously, we've got diesel heater down there under the driver's seat. Ignore the mess. I'm a messy worker. I am the messiest worker you'll ever have in your house. I only like stuff, like tools, so just don't put tools back, I put them back at the end, because I might need them, you know what I mean? But, diesel under the driver's seat, I've got a hoover, I'll hoover it up. I've got diesel heater under the driver's seat, that's blowing hot air at me now, it's lovely. Bear in mind the engine is running. Control panels on the cupboard there. We have a 12 volts switch panel, 14.1. I think his driver's battery's on its way out, because it's been flat enough times during this cold weather, and I think it's pretty much had it. But it's got two new leisure batteries in here. So we've got the switch panel, 12 volt socket, like cigarette socket, 12 volt, two USB sockets, two switch panel, two plugs there, under there, two leisure batteries, split charger. It's got the 240 set up there, with a plug, run into a charger, so when he's on hookup, that will actually click over and it will start charging up the leisure batteries. So all in all, jobs are good at. I mean, I am cream crackered. I am knackered. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I think my mental health's on the downside, on a down. I'm trying to grab myself before I fall. You know what I mean? I've been working at this, and I had to put music on to try and stop my head from going. Just thinking about shit that I don't need to think about. You know what I mean? Like stuff you should let go. I know it's quite hard, isn't it? But right. Anyway, I've just texted him saying that this one's finished. I'm just going to tidy up. It's going to take me a while. And then I've got to look at the other one over there. A bit of electrical stuff. I think it's just lights inside that don't work and stuff like that. And check if the split charge is working. It's not the leisure battery is knackered. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to pack up and then we'll carry on with the next one. So, I'm now at a petrol station. Colleen Francis. Really enjoyed your video, Joe, thank you. Well, just so happens I looked at your comment as I pressed the record on the camera, so thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. I really enjoyed it. I really flattered by the comments and the support I'm getting off my channel recently. It's been amazing, so thank you very much. But yeah, I just finished that job, so there's a few other bits. I'll go through it with you when I get back, but I'm going to go park up now. I'm going to find my little park up down there in the canal, and I'll speak to you lot when I get parked up, because I've just filled up again and it just made me cry. But my van seems to be running better. She just ran for 20 minutes without a fault. I know I probably just cursed myself, but fuck it. Oh, my back. Oh my god. These past 2 days have beaten me up, I swear. I swear. Just like, you know when you start the year right and you go, got this, you know, this is gonna be my year, and I kept saying it was gonna be my year, and don't get me wrong, there is a lot of good things in my life happening. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I've been working all day. I am knackered. My fingers are tingling, I don't know why. My back is hurting. Oh, just keeps taking my breath away when I move. I don't know what I've done. Not used to this rolling around on the floor, malarkey. I am used to it. Just taking me a while to get back into it again. And plus, to do proper diesel heater install under the driver's seat and into the fuel tank on a T5 is a big job, man. It's not a 2-minute thing, you know what I mean? Especially on my own, to drop the fuel tank, because, you know, if there's too much fuel in the tank, or, you know, it sloshes, and you're in a gap about this big underneath a van, and you got to try and push off your hand, so you got to have good, like, forearm muscles / hand muscles, you know what I mean, to get them tanks up like that. On a one-man army anyway, put it that way. But getting that up, and then putting the diesel heater in, and then we had, what do we have? Split charger, 240 hookup, inverter, battery charger, and yeah, all in a blank canvas. Do you know what I mean? So, although some people might say they could probably do that quite quickly, right? But to do it nicely and tidy and do it well, you know, it takes time, and you know, sometimes it takes me longer than it does other times, because you can never take into account what van's going to be like when you get there, and what it's going to be, what you've got to work around. Do you know what I mean? Each van could be the same van, always different, because the layout's different inside, you know. And certain customers want things a certain way. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's not It's not as straightforward all the time. But yeah, I ended up finishing that one, and then I jumped onto the other van I was on about, the other T5, which had a problem with the 240 hookup. It was intermittent, you know. Sometimes you wiggled the wire, it'd work, it wasn't. This isn't the van I did, by the way. This is the van that I keep doing little bits on, as and when I can. Which the previous owner to the owner it is now, it was a cowboy, man. It was shocking. It was shocking, and I'm don't get me wrong. I feel bad because I probably should have gone over all the wiring the last time I looked at it. I only did the bits that were faulty, you know, and this time it was the roof lights had failed. It's somebody reducing speaker wire, which, yeah, I know it's still wire, but speaker wire, man. Do you know what I mean? I didn't see that. It was hidden all around the dash and up in the roof. So I've suggested to the customer to get new set of lights to the ceiling, and I'll just replace them and fit my own switch. Because at the minute the switch is in the dashboard for some unknown reason, which makes me think that it's running off the starter battery, not the leisure battery, because it doesn't make any sense for it to go that far. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, oh sorry. Oh, I'm knackered. I'm shattered. I've got little cuts and broken nails. Ow. Yeah, so I did a full day yesterday. Well, when I eventually got there after my van was playing up. Which, for the record, drove 40 minutes after I bled the system again, because sometimes the air can get in places and you got to keep bleeding it to get the air out. It wouldn't break down, it just literally out of nowhere my throttle would disappear, and then the injection light come on, the engine will go to stall, and then it'll kick back in again, and then it'd be fine for 15-20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? But I just driven for 40 minutes and didn't do it once, and that was motorway, normal street driving and all sorts. So hopefully that's one more thing off the list. You know, because, yeah, I've got another knock on the front right as well, which is just like, just give me a break. Like, I think the whole front right hand side, I just need to replace it all, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to order a lower arm. I'm going to order a track rod end. No, the track rod end's fine. That was a new one, right? I can check that play properly, but with a leaf spring on the front, it's quite awkward to check for play, especially on a heavy wagon like this. But yeah, I think I'm just going to refresh that whole side, and I'm going to refresh the front left side as well, just because, as and when I can get the money to do an arm each time. Do you know what I mean? So I'll probably order the lower arm this time, replace that, and any little bushings and what you can call it, and all sorts of little bits and bobs and bolts, and just want a refresher. You know what I mean? Keep her happy. But yeah, anyway, people, I'm probably going to leave that one there. I need to have some food. I haven't eaten properly all day today, because I know I'm stupid. I just tried to get things done, because, you know, I just... Ugh. So yeah, I'm probably going to leave that one there. Don't forget to keep it real, keep it safe, keep it true, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Don't forget to spread the love. I'll catch you later. Ta-da.